Right, so 65 Cobra fastback. That's the old engine there. That's the original 289 engine. Not very well at all. So all been taken apart, very, very worn out. So Tony's going to take that back, take it apart and do it as he wants to. But we put this 302 in it. So I've got it all dialed in. It needs a final timing set, but it's pretty close to run it up, you know. And got it all idling and everything, but the choke was running miles too high. So you've got underneath here, there's a screw there. That's your idle adjuster. That one's your fast idle adjuster. So if you look round here, when that's... So you've got electric choke, which is a bimetallic spring, which slowly releases, and that brings the choke off. So there'll be a way of setting that, and a way of setting that, because it was running miles too high on the fast idle. So I just backed it off, but now, when the choke's fully on, which is like that, we've got no fast idle adjustment on it, okay?
Yeah.
So what we've got to do now is I'll have a quick look, see if we can find any settings. So what it'll be is when that's off like that, there'll be a feeler gauge setting normally to go in there. And then a dial in on the, because you can move that bimetallic spring to hold the choke flat. So we'll have a quick look on the computer. Need instructions really, don't we? Right, so we got off of that completely, so let's wind her in again. Well, that's looking better, so let's see what that does on idle now. About 1,000, so probably want to go a bit more than that. Not a lot. Give it another turn.
What is that turn doing?
See this cam here? That one?
Yeah.
So when the choke is fully on, which is that, yeah? That's because that's heated up now, that's fully off, but I'm manually adjusting the choke, yeah?
Yeah.
So when that's round on the bimetallic spring, that holds that up in the air. Yeah? So if you accelerate, it's all holding it there.
Okay.
Now that's all coming off. Now the weight of that, when you accelerate, see, it just clicks it off.
Yeah.
But that would normally be held, but because we've had it running and this is hot, it doesn't hold that. That'll come off gradually, yeah?
Yeah.
So all we're doing is looking at it, setting it up on that's your highest fast idle, because I've loaded it back onto that cam.
Yeah.
Unless it was freezing cold now, you can't really check it, but I can. Whereas when we first started that, it went revved really high.
Yeah.
You don't want it to rev that high. You want about 1500 probably. That was about 2-1, so that was one turn in. From 1,000 to 2-1, so if I come down half a turn, that should roughly be it, I would have thought. And there's half a turn. Set that back up. Because you've got the rev counter here, it's got the rally pack, man. Hurrah. Right, that's 1,500, bang on. Just over. So that's at 1,500. Let's see if we can find a setting what it should be. Edelbrock ABS 2. So that's on it again. I have to wait till that's dead cold first thing in the morning. And see what it starts like. You should literally, like I say, one pump on the throttle, because when you turn the car off, yeah, and it's just there like that, now as it cools down, that will shut itself.
Yeah.
But it won't shut fully. So that's spring loading it. So when you blip the throttle, because of that spring loading, before you try to start it, it'll do that.
Yeah.
So that's setting your choke first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So just one blip on the throttle, because this will be off, that'll all be held like that. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's on your fast idle revs there.
So that one blip on the throttle, is that just the setting for that carb, and that's that?
No,
carb?
it's most automatic chokes. All you do, because when you've turned it off, it's all hot.
Yeah.
Okay? So it won't be, that's there. That will do that. Okay? But because it's all cooled down, it holds that way.
Yeah.
But you're not on your fast idle cam until you hit that throttle without trying to start it. So hit that throttle, and that lets the choke engage properly.
Right.
Yeah, that sets the choke.
Yeah.
For initial fire up. So then you just give it one blip on the throttle without it running, then start it. So that gives it one squirt on the accelerator pump of fuel and resets the choke.
Is that how you should on all automatics work?
No, all automatic chokes, yeah.
All automatic chokes. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter whether the car's manual, automatic, you know what it is, but that's the way an automatic choke sets up. So we know we're at 1500 revs now. So before, when it didn't go first bang, it was probably because it was too high.
Yeah.
It's trying to drag too much air through it to make a rich mixture to make it fire. So now, again, like I say, first thing in the morning, I'll look up. Well, do you normally have about there? So when it's cooled off, we'll see where that sets itself to, because it's all held by that there. See, so that's your bimetallic spring in there. Will hold that.
Yeah.
So it'll hold it shut. The minute it fires, a little bit of vacuum just pulls it off to make the car run. Yeah. Then as that bimetallic spring heats up, it just releases the float valve slowly, the float flap, and that comes down. If you listen to this, as I wind it up on there, you listen. Right, so coming up on the idle cam, fast idle cam, you hear it click. Hear it clicking?
Yeah.
So that's how much, when this releases, how much it will come down in speed in graduations.
Yeah.
From the choke being on to off. Just flooded now where I've been pumping the throttle up. Right, just give it a bit to clear its throat. I've got no thermostat in it at all at the moment, so it'll take ages to even get hot to tune the car properly.
Yeah.
See that die off?
Yeah.
You'll never get it to idle smooth because it's got quite a high lift cam in it. You hear that at the back, like blub, 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 like that. About it. Smells about right. That's all that water is where that engine blew up, filled its all pipes up with water.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. So all I've got to do now is check the transmission fluid again, which it should be okay now. Take the thermostat housing off and test the other thermostat. Stab Tony in the eyeballs and then put it all back together again.